family channel.
Hello.
I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we are going to reacting to top 10 oldest aircraft of the US military.
Yep, that was my choice of video because I received a really special gift yesterday from Brian Hamblin. I finally got an A10 model. It doesn't look it, but it's a really heavy little bit of kit, and the detail is really awesome. Brian sent me some awesome gifts as well as Dave Wang. I've got a Route 66 sign there that I need to put up as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much. This is awesome. It's going pride of place here on my desk, and yeah, I really love it. Big news as well. I ordered a camera today. They finally had them in stock here in Slovakia. They were, you had to basically like join a queue, a waiting list. So I've been waiting for it, and I logged on today and I said to Kat, oh, it's in stock. So I ordered it. It should be here by tomorrow or Monday, and then I can start vlogging the outdoor bits and my barbecue stuff, and it will come with us to America as well as some GoPros and stuff, so we can share a lot more with you here on the channel, which is we're looking forward to it, to be honest with you. We've been like sort of saying we're going to get out this weekend and go do stuff, and then we're like, oh, it's a bit awkward here in Slovakia to walk around with a big camera in front of you, isn't it? Whereas the one I've ordered now is a nice small one, so we should be able to film a little bit more discreetly. Anyway,
let's get to the video.
Sorry, I put you on the spot.
For a country with an $886 billion defense budget, the United States still uses a sizable amount of old gear.
Oh my gosh.
Some of the antiquated equipment is around because it works really well, and there hasn't come along anything better to replace it with. In other cases, attempts to replace the equipment have floundered, usually due to reasons related to complexity or cost. We dug up 10 examples that rank among the oldest still in action, from venerable aircraft like the B-52 bomber to the stalwart C-5 Galaxy transport.
This one, look
despite their age, continue.
Do you know what looks really weird about it?
How can it fly?
The wings.
Do you know what looks I'll turn it up a little bit as well. Also, what looks really weird that I've just noticed now, and you've pointed it out on submarines, is like the lack of windows. I was like, something's missing. I know it doesn't need windows, but I was just like, it looks different.
And the wings are like down.
They like bent.
Bomber for the stalwart C-5 Galaxy transport, despite their age, continuous upgrades keep them relevant for defense strategies. 10. Lockheed C-5 Galaxy.
Wow.
The C-5 Galaxy is known worldwide for its carrying capacity and remains the largest military transport aircraft in the U.S. Air Force fleet. First entering service in the early 1970s, the U.S. Air Force currently owns and operates 52 of these aircraft. With a cargo load of 281,001 pounds, it can fly 2,150 nautical miles, offload, and fly to a second base 500 nautical miles away from the original destination, all without aerial refueling.
That's massive.
With aerial refueling, the aircraft's range is limited only by crew endurance. The plane has been flying for over 50 years and continues to play an essential role in strategic airlift operations. C-5M Super Galaxy is an upgraded version with new engines and modernized avionics, specifically designed to extend the aircraft's service life to 2040 and beyond.
2040 it's still going to be around.
9. Grumman C-2 Greyhound. The Northrop Grumman-built C-2 Greyhound took its maiden flight on November 18, 1964, and entered service with the U.S. Navy in 1966. With the primary mission of transporting high-priority cargo, critical aircraft parts.
To save space on the what they're called, the aircraft carriers, so that they can, really cool. I'm sure there's other reasons, but yeah, that's one of the main reasons, I think.
And passengers to deployed carrier strike group.
That's Bruce Willis.
Provides critical logistic support. Currently, there are a total of 15 C-2 Greyhounds still in service to support logistics and personnel transfers on the east and west coasts, as well as deployed aircraft carriers in U.S. 5th and 7th fleets, said Commander Beth Teach, a spokeswoman for the Commander of Naval Air Forces. However, their lifespan is limited as the Navy plans to retire all Greyhounds by 2026 and replace them with CMV-22B Osprey.
Not long now, then.
No, just over a year, isn't it? Look, there's the upgrade.
What the? What?
It's cool, isn't it?
Wait, why is it going like that?
I think these are the ones that can just take off straight up like a helicopter.
Oh,
wow.
This plane is...
This is the newer one.
Oh, yeah, but still wings.
Yeah, see, straight up.
8. Hughes OH-6 Cayuse.
I love the
First
little
flown in
pictures.
February 1963, the 086A Cayuse entered service in September.
Sorry to pause again. We watch this program. They repeat it here on Slovak TV constantly called MASH.
It's an American program.
Yeah, it's an
isn't
American
it?
program with those helicopters that they use with the little
Little
patients
Ah.
outside on a little see-through bed, and it's a great show. I love that show.
1966, establishing 23 world records for speed, distance, and
Oh
altitude.
wow!
The Cayuse was Hugh's longest-running helicopter program, and during the Vietnam War, as many as 100 of these helicopters were built in a month.
Oh no, that was
Initially
Korean
called
War.
Loach, an adaptation of its acronym,
Yeah.
it was officially named Cayuse. It was also known as the Flying Egg, and when equipped
Yeah.
That's by Vietnam.
No, it's
There's
Korean
no
War.
Korean War.
Yes, there was.
Yeah? I don't know. I'm sure it's
You made
Vietnam.
me worry now. No, it's Korean War. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Sorry. If this goes on too long, I'll edit it out. If my fingerprint works, which it's not. I need to get a new phone. I've just got a new camera, so I suppose I can wait. What war was MASH based on? The Korean War.
Oh,
Jeez, you made me think I was watching it all incorrectly. Sorry about that. I won
it was
an
officially
argument.
named Cayuse. It was also known as the Flying Egg, and when equipped for combat, the
Look at all the
helicopters
shells.
were referred
Oh,
to
I
as
thought that's-
killer eggs.
It's your
Modern day
birthday.
OH-6 variants
Look how
flown
these-
by the U.S. Army Special Operations Forces
I'm
are
scared.
known as the MH-6 Little Bird, which is still in service today.
One of those guys knocking on your door. They don't knock.
7.
just broke
Northrop Grumman E-2 Hawkeye.
I have a plane like this. A
Do you?
little one.
Do
Yeah.
you?
Uh-huh. And I remember I always used to play in it in the bath. And I always wanted to
Oh
try.
yeah, because he used to have these little war soldiers and
Yeah, the little
Ah.
green soldiers.
Oh, I can't remember you having
And
that.
I always wanted to try and get that plate off because it was
Plate.
It was annoying. I was like, "What is that for?"
You're going to
I
learn
know.
now.
Built by Northrop Grumman, the E-2 Hawkeye is the Navy's all-weather carrier-based tactical battle management airborne early warning, command, and control aircraft. The E-2 is a twin-engine, 5-crew-member, high-wing turboprop aircraft with a 24-foot diameter radar rotodome attached to the upper fuselage. The E-2 Hawkeye has many nicknames. It's often called the Super Fud because it replaced the Willy Fud, and has also commonly been referred to as the
I don't like
Hummer because of the unique sounds of its turboprop engines.
different.
Designed in the 1950s, the E-2 took its maiden flight in 1960 and entered service in 1964.
I bet you a lot of people, when they see that plane, like in the air, they think that's a UFO.
I would have. Especially back then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine
yeah.
then, you're like, holy crap, we've been invaded.
Over 400 aircraft across all variants have been built, and today, remarkably, the E-2 remains in production with the latest E-2D variant. The U.S. Navy currently has no plans to replace the current E-2D Advanced Hawkeye. Any potential future replacement for the
amazing.
Hawkeye is not expected until after 2040. Six.
I've
Boeing
seen it.
CH-47 Chinook.
This is so cool.
For more
The
than
helicopter.
60 years since entering service in 1962, Chinooks have served as the Army's heavy lift helicopter, whether flown in harsh combat conditions, transporting loads of
seen
cargo
this.
and troops, or conducting humanitarian missions.
Look at that.
The
Those
Chinook
things are
has made a
insane.
career of doing the unthinkable. It's huge, quick, and reasonably durable, capable of reaching a maximum speed of 196 miles per hour,
That
making
is
it one of
so
the
fast.
fastest helicopters in the U.S. inventory. Made by the Boeing Company, the
cool.
CH-47s have been upgraded over the years and are expected to remain in service with the Army for decades to come. There's no doubt in my mind that the Chinook will be at least a 100-year-old aircraft, said Patrick Surface, Boeing's senior manager of H-47 Chinook business development. It will continue operating
Do you know
and
what always
performing for
gets
the
me?
United States
It
and its
looks
allies.
like it can hardly fly.
What gets me is how those propellers don't hit each
Yeah.
other. The engineering is amazing.
You've
Imagine
got to get it perfect.
Yeah, it does look a bit cumbersome, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like it's struggling, but
It's probably because it's so big and
Yeah.
then it's got
Allies
those
well
propellers.
beyond 2060.
Still
it looks
doesn't
like one
GTA.
propeller's a bit higher.
Oh yeah.
Looks like.
5. Bell UH-1 Iroquois. The Bell UH-1
I've
Iroquois,
heard of
affectionately
this
known as the
one.
Huey, is one of the world's most iconic helicopters, famous for its extensive role in the Vietnam War and distinctive sound. Bell developed the powerful helicopter in the mid-1950s and produced more than 16,000 units between 1955 and 1976, over 7,000 of which served in Vietnam.
How many are still
It
around?
entered service with the U.S. Army in 1959.
Wow.
The aircraft were used primarily for troop and cargo transport, medical evacuations, and aerial attacks. The final UH-1 was officially retired from U.S. military service in 2016. However, there are reports of the U.S. military still using newer versions of the chopper to this day. Technically, there are 3 versions of the Huey still flying: the UH-1N Huey, which is in service with the U.S. Air Force, the UH-1Y Venom,
I like
and the
helicopters. They scare
AH-1Z
me.
Viper, both of which serve with the Marine Corps.
I wouldn't go on.
These aircraft have
I would
undergone
love-
significant updates from their initial production models, but are expected to remain in service with the Marines for years to come. 4. Boeing KC-135.
It looks
The Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker is a military asset that served as the backbone of the U.S. Air Force's aerial refueling fleet for over 6 decades.
It's a
It's a
refueling.
versatile aircraft that plays a crucial role in extending the
Still-
operational range of military jets, enabling them to conduct long-range
Okay.
missions without the need for frequent refueling stops. The KC-135 Stratotanker was equipped with aerial
Look at this.
refueling booms and enough internal fuel storage to transfer up to 200,000 pounds of fuel, enough to
200,000
fully
pounds
refuel
of
more
fuel.
than 15
That is-
F-16 Fighting Falcons equipped with 2
Do you know what's amazing about these? Look how those blades get it so spot on. Sometimes I have to adjust when I'm at the pump. I have to reverse and straighten up. And that's in a car. These guys are on a plane.
It's crazy,
It's-
isn't it? It must be so precise.
It's like one little mistake as well, because you got all that
and that
fuel.
gauge is gonna go off, no? Or
I don't know what happens.
Maybe not.
What were you gonna say, dude?
That it's like it's so hard because sometimes even just like
And we
external
moan
fuel
about
tanks.
parallel parking. See what-
oh yes.
According to the KC-135 fact sheet, the Air Force still maintains nearly 400 Stratotankers as part of the U.S. Air Force inventory. The KC-135 entered service in June 1957. Now, it's hard to
Every
believe that
plane
this
has
aircraft has been flying for almost 70 years and is projected to fly until it reaches close to 100 years old.
Flippin' heck.
3. Lockheed C-130 Hercules. As the C-130 prepares to embark on its 8th decade
Like
of
a
service,
lowrider.
retirement seems nowhere in sight. So expect the cargo aircraft to fly for decades still.
That is what
Quietly but
That's
surely, the
insane.
C-130 has become worthy of its namesake. It's a legend in military aviation circles. The C-130 entered service with the U.S. in 1956, followed by Australia and many other nations.
Oh, in Australia.
Throughout its years of
Look at
service,
that.
the Hercules has participated in numerous military, civilian, and humanitarian
food
aid
and stuff like
operations.
that, humanitarian. They've just done that over Gaza, haven't
C-130
they?
is the
I saw some of the clips of the food coming down, or the humanitarian aid coming down in Gaza. Wonder if they were delivered off the same
longest
plane.
continuously produced
Same sort of
military
plane.
aircraft with a production span of more than 60 years.
Jesus.
According to Lockheed Martin, to date, more than 2,500 C-130s have been ordered and or delivered to 63 nations around the world. 70 countries operate C-130s, which have been produced in more than 70 different variants.
Huh.
2. Lockheed U-2.
I've never
The
seen that.
U-2 is a high-altitude
Kinda.
reconnaissance aircraft
Neither
capable
have
of
I.
flying at 70,000 feet over a target with roughly a 1,700-mile
Look how high they are.
operational
in a
radius.
space.
The aircraft first entered service in 1956 and later performed flyovers of the Soviet Union, generating a trove of valuable intelligence for the Department of Defense. However, the Soviets eventually shot one down with surface-to-air missiles in 1960, effectively ending the flyovers. Despite this incident, the platform continued to serve the Central Intelligence Agency. Over the years, various
I know that
upgrades
I
have been incorporated into the U-2 to maintain its competitive edge. In 2020, the entire
It looks like they're planning on going to another planet.
It does.
Like-
It looks really weird.
Yeah. 'cause-
I think I've seen a tiny clip on it on another plane video. Maybe something that took over from this plane. But I've never seen a full video on this. I must have a look at
they're
it.
in
because-
like an astronaut.
Yeah, I think it's because they go so high up.
U-2 fleet of the Air Force was outfitted with electro-optical reconnaissance system sensors. The Air Force currently houses its 27 U-2s at Beale Air Force Base in California, which rotate through military installations worldwide.
Different, aren't they?
1. Boeing B-52 Stratofortress.
Oh.
Designed and built by Boeing in the early stages of the Cold War, the B-52 was developed to be a long-range bomber capable of carrying out the strategic mission without dependence on advanced and intermediate bases controlled by other
That's a
countries.
big plane to
With its
refuel as
impressive
well.
capacity, the bomber can carry up to 70,000 pounds of weapons payload and is equipped with versatile capabilities to deliver munitions across diverse target ranges.
God.
The
That
Stratofortress
is-
took
how
its
many
maiden
bombs is
flight in
that?
April 1952 and entered service less than 3 years later, in February 1955. Due to its massive size, its length is 159
isn't it?
feet
Yeah.
4 inches, and it has a wingspan of
The wing.
185 feet. And the fact that it can't be described as
love
a
the little
handsome
pictures.
aircraft, it quickly earned the nickname Buff, Big, Ugly, Fat Fella. A total of
It's not the right
744 B-52s were produced in
He's
Seattle,
big, ugly,
Washington,
fat
and
fella.
Wichita,
That's the F
Kansas,
word.
culminating
Big,
in the
ugly.
B-52H model, last delivered in 1962. Currently, there are 76 in the U.S. Air Force's
And
inventory.
they go like again.
The B-52, a long-serving aircraft in the U.S. Air Force, has
That's a
maintained
cool
its
job, eh?
importance
Yeah.
through continuous upgrades.
Fixing planes.
Recently, a significant modernization effort has been initiated,
Hard work,
focusing on replacing the original 60s-era Pratt & Whitney TF-33 engines with new Rolls-Royce-made F-130 engines.
Did you see? Was he putting the gloves on?
No, I don't think it was gloves.
It looked like gloves.
Oh yeah, he's probably covering something to stop. Oh yeah.
So how they
Whitney
fixing it?
Well
TF-33
spotted.
engines with
I thought it
new
was paper towel.
Rolls-Royce-made
Like he was
F-130
wiping it.
engines. This $2.6 billion
Look at the engines.
initiative, known as the
They're
Commercial
cool.
Engine Replacement Program,
That's
aims to
insane.
convert the
Look at the
B-52
size
engine
of
to
the
the
engine.
B-52J. The Air Force expects flight tests for the first B-52J to begin in late 2028.
It's like a flying ship.
This modernization effort is not limited to engine upgrades. The B-52 will also receive new radar systems, communications and navigation equipment, and
What are those numbers
I think that's like an RD number or something.
for the planes?
weapons, ensuring its credibility and capability well into the 2050s.
This made me happy actually. This video, and I'll tell you why in a second. I just want to watch that take off. It's so cool.
Enormous.
Yeah, I usually, when I do videos like this, they talk about, oh, they're retiring it now, whereas a lot of these planes, they said that there's no plans to retire them, which makes me happy because
Yeah.
I know it's an object, it has no feelings, but it always makes me sad. They're like, oh, we're going to retire it now
Yeah.
after 60 years. And you're like, oh, the poor thing, it served for so long.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. I loved some of those planes.
Yeah.
I really want to look up that U2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was so mysterious.
Yeah,
Someone,
well, that's a
wasn't it?
good word for it, mysterious.
It's like-
That was a great
Yeah.
way of describing it.
Great video.
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
I
It's a
mean-
new video as well. It popped up yesterday, and I thought, oh, I've got to check it out. And I thought I would check it
I
together
actually
because
liked it.
I think Brian may have started something now because I really want to get some more of these and maybe do one of these shelves. I want
Those
to get
look
the
actually
I want to get the B2 as
I
well.
think soon you will need a new house.
I think we're gonna have to move my office back
I
downstairs.
think you liking planes so much. I think we're gonna have to have house remodeled as a plane.
As a plane, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Leia is out with her friend because apparently we said to her, aren't you doing homework? And then she says, I need a life too. So she went out with her friend to enjoy her life before she does her homework. But yeah, she should be back tomorrow. And yeah, anyway, we will see you in.
Next video.
Next video.
Bye.
Bye.